around the Department of Defense. This is your daily news brief.
Burden sharing for defense. I'm Mark Weeks. Defense Secretary Dr. Mark Esper visited U.S. troops at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia this week. He took the time to talk to some of the soldiers from the Patriot missile unit stationed there. The Patriot batteries are there to defend the airfield and the kingdom from airborne threats. While there, the Secretary spoke with reporters about the importance of burden sharing from allies and partners.
Whether it's host nation support in Japan, whether it's increased GDP from our European allies, the key is to help share the burden. And in this case, the Saudis have agreed to help underwrite the operation and what we're doing here, which is not unusual, and we welcome it, and we think that's the right thing to do.
The Secretary also told reporters there are 3 reasons U.S. troops are in Saudi Arabia.
One is help defend our allies. Second, deter Iran so we don't have increasingly bad behavior. And third, defend the international rules-based order. The fact that the Saudis are willing to underwrite that is something that we expect of all of our partners and allies, whether it's Asia or Europe, is to help share the cost, share the burden of either housing, hosting our troops on their land, or supporting them in deployments, whatever the case may be.
The U.S. and Royal Brunei Armed Forces kicked off the 25th Annual Cooperation Afloat Readiness and Training Maritime Exercise known as CARAT in Brunei this week. Sea and air phases will take place in the South China Sea, with ships and aircraft from both partner militaries. Onshore events will include joint training opportunities such as boarding, search and seizure exchanges, mobile dive and salvage training, jungle warfare training, and maritime domain awareness, aviation, and law. CARAT Brunei reflects the growing partnership between the U.S. Navy and the Royal Brunei Navy. The goal is to further expand bilateral exercises and to ensure maritime security, stability, and prosperity in the region. The U.S. Armed Forces men's soccer team kicked off the 2019 CISM Military World Games in China with a match against the heavily favored team from Qatar. International Military Sports Council, or CISM, holds the games every 4 years, with more than 100 nations participating in 32 sports. Throughout most of the first half, the U.S. team was in lockstep with everything Qatar could kick at them, until a free kick allowed Qatar to take a 1-0 lead, followed by 2 more goals before the half. Final score, Qatar 3, U.S. 1. Even with the loss, the U.S. team says they left the stadium with a sense of encouragement and are fully aware of how simple breakdowns for a few minutes ultimately made the difference in this match. That's your DoD News Brief. I'm Mark Weeks. You can find more stories about your military at defense.gov and by using hashtag KnowYourMil.